Good morning to my honorable lecturer, Ms. Kongtri. My name is Nikomang Dianhitarini, NPM 0079. So today, I'm going to present about my proposal, the CAR proposal or the Classroom Action Research. Okay. The identity. So the title is Improving Writing Skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026 through simultaneous roundtable combined with picture. The author, Nikomang Dianhitarini. The variable is writing skill and then the technique is simultaneous roundtable. So let's move to the chapter 1. Okay, the background of the study, the theory teaching. So Elbow 1973 state that writing is a two-step process, namely finding out meaning and then putting it into language. According to Harmer, the reason for teaching writing to students of English as a foreign language include reinforcement, language development, learning style, and most importantly, writing as a skill in its own right. And Harmer 2007 stated that one of the disadvantages of getting students to concentrate on the process of writing is that it takes times to brainstorm ideas or collect them in some other way. The practice. Some 7th grade students at SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang have difficulty choosing interesting topics when writing. So, they tend to be confused about where to start. And when they success in finding a topic, they also have difficulty developing ideas that are relevant and support the topic. Okay. The teacher technique. So in the past, teacher technique only gives instruction to choose topics freely without providing acute guidance or brainstorming. Apart from that, teachers do not teach systematic steps in developing ideas such as making an outline. So your technique to solve student problems, researchers found an interesting and effective strategy to help them organize ideas into good paragraphs by using the simultaneous roundtable strategy. This strategy is implemented by dividing students into small groups, giving them an assignment topic, then asking them to write down ideas together and then discuss the best ideas to use. The conclusion, therefore, the researcher will conduct research entitled Improving Writing Skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026 through simultaneous roundtable. Okay. Next is the research problem. The research problem is, can the writing skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026 be improved through simultaneous roundtable with pictures? And then the objective of the study is, the study was designed to find out whether or not writing skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026 can be improved through simultaneous roundtable with picture. The limitation of the study. In general, This research is limited to improve the writing skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026 through the simultaneous roundtable technique with picture. The specifically on writing skill, this research focuses on one learning objective, namely creating a descriptive paragraph. So in this research, the researchers focus on creating descriptive paragraph about place. So the researchers selected students in the class 7 of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026. So there are 6 classes in class 7, and the researchers choose class 7D, which has 30 students. So there are 14 males and then 16 females. Females. And to give score to the student writing product, the researcher used the scoring rubric. Okay. Next is the significance of the study. Theoretically, the finding of present the study is expected to become theoretical supports of reference for the other researchers, and also give more empirical review in researchers the effectiveness of implementing simultaneous roundtables technique to improve writing skill. Practically, the findings of this research are expected to be useful for English teachers, students, and other researchers. The definition of key term. In this study, writing skill is operationally defined as the skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026 in writing a descriptive paragraph. Simultaneous roundtable combined with the picture is operationally defined as the strategy that is used to improve student writing skill by giving a picture to a group of 4 until 5 students, and each student writes a sentence on their piece of paper. Okay, let's move to the chapter 2. The theoretical review. Writing is in fact a transaction with words whereby you free yourself from what you presently think, feel, and perceive. Based on Elbow, 1973. Zemak and Rumes, 2005, state that a descriptive paragraph explains how someone or something looks or feels. And the simultaneous roundtable is a cooperative learning approach strategy designed to increase student involvement by utilizing visual as a learning stimulus in small groups. In this strategy, each student writes a response on their own piece of paper. Then the student pass their paper twice so that each team member can add to the previous response based on Kagan and Kagan 2009. And Osima and Ha 2007 state that the main element in the paragraph scoring rubric include the format, function, content, organization, and grammar. The empirical review. The first similar research is conducted by Dewi 2024, entitled Improving Writing Skill of the 7th grade student of SMP PTP 45 Denpasar in academic year 2023-2024 through simultaneous roundtable combined with picture. And the second similar research is conducted by Yoshi 2024, entitled Improving Writing Skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 3 Ubud in the academic year 2023-2024 through simultaneous roundtable. The chapter 3 is the research method. Okay. First is the subject of the study. These researchers selected students in the class 7 of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026. There were 6 classes in class 7. The researchers chose class 7D, which has 30 students. There are 14 males and 16 females. The class was chosen because, according to interview and the information that the researcher got from the English teacher at SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang, there is a significant problem in grade 7 student in writing. Students in this class have difficulty expressing their ideas in writing, especially in writing descriptive paragraph. Besides that, they still have difficulty writing descriptive paragraph without guidance. And the research design. Research design of this study is classroom action research, or CAR. Classroom action research is an inherent form of research to teachers, namely raising actual problems experienced by teacher in the field based on ALEX. Next is the research procedure. These interconnected activities were divided into the action of planning, action, observation, and reflection. To figure out the pre-existing operating skill of the 7th grade student of SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang, it was necessary to administer the initial reflection in pre-cycle in order to gain the important information to support the present study. The step can be described as follows. First, initial reflection is conducted to directly assess the subject. The researchers had the opportunity to interview English teacher to learn about the English language difficulties of the students. The planning of this research focused on preparing all necessary steps to improve student writing skill. This includes design teaching model, preparing teaching material, and developing assessment tools that align with the research objectives. The action in this research is the implementation of the planned strategies to improve student writing skill. In this research, the simultaneous roundtable strategy combined with picture will be applied during the teaching and learning process. The researcher, together with the English teacher, will carry out the lesson based on the prepared teaching model. Observation were carried out by recording student activities. Their involvement in activities and the difficulties they face during the process of learning to write. Apart from that, researchers also collected student writing results to see the development of their writing skill, such as in terms of content, sentence structure, grammar, vocabulary, and function based on the scoring rubric Brown. Okay. Next is the research instrument. The research instrument refers to the tool that is used to collect the data of the classroom action research. There were 2 kinds of instruments that were used in this classroom action study as pre-test and post-test and questionnaire. The kind of the task which was used in this study is paragraph construction task. In this research, the researcher used two kinds of tasks. There were pre-test and post-test. Pre-test was given to know the skill of the student before the researcher gave a treatment, and it would give in the first meeting or before the cycle 1. The questionnaire is considered as additional data to help researcher understand how students respond to teacher writing skill through the simultaneous roundtable with picture strategy, which is not covered by the task. The questionnaire was given at the end of the cycle 2. The questionnaire consists of 10 statements and give options where strongly agree, undecided, disagree, and strongly disagree. Next is the data collection. There are 3 kinds of instruments that the researchers use to gather the data of this present classroom action study: pre-test, post-test, and questionnaire to 7th grade student SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang in academic year 2025-2026. The researcher will prepare the material by designing the lesson plan and also preparing the post-test. Before conducting the post-test, the teaching and learning process must be complete for its cycle. The post-test was given at the end of its cycle, and the researcher gave a questionnaire to the subject at the end of the cycle to measure the subject response to the use of simultaneous roundtable. The first one, data indicating the subject pre-existing writing skill, data showing the subject progressing achievement in writing descriptive paragraph, and data showing the subject responses on the implementation of simultaneous roundtable. The data analysis. The data obtained from tasks given to the 7th grade student at SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang are expected to provide information about learning achievement in writing subject using simultaneous roundtable strategy. Scores were analyzed using the formula described below. The mean score of the result of both present pre-test and post-test result is calculated using the formula M sigma X per N, where M is the mean score of the student, the sigma X or sum X is the total score obtained, and is the total number of the student. The result of the questionnaire were analyzed using the percentage formula as follows. The percentage is total item responses per total of all items times 100%. Next is the success indicator. The indicator of success for this research is if the subject is able to meet the passing grade criteria for minimum English mastery that apply at SMP Negeri 2 Tegalalang. Considering the limited time in carrying out the research, the researcher set a target of at least 80% of the 30 research subjects achieving this criteria. So that's all about my presentation of the CAR proposal. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye. Have a nice day.